Good afternoon, Alan. How are you?
This is nice. You know, I've been in some studios in my time, but this is a studio. My goodness, there's so much space between you and me. I'm over here. No, I'm over here. Look at me, for heaven's sakes. And coming out of that traffic, you don't need a traffic report. I can just tell everyone in the Western Cape, don't leave. Don't go anywhere. There's nowhere you can go. Stay in this studio with us.
Yes.
Which means Jody can now go home.
Thank you. Bye, guys.
Are you going home? You'll never get home. By the time you get home, you're going to be back here on Monday morning. I promise you.
You might still be around trying to get home, and the Drive Cape Town Comedy Festival presented by Turkish Airlines is still on. I mean, this is
I like the way you did that.
Hey?
You did
Yeah.
Turkish
Hey,
Airlines
this-
as if it was all just so natural and beautiful. Lekker.
We've been saying it a lot.
They call it a segue.
I'm saying it in my sleep. Alan Committie is a director, actor, school teacher, producer, comedian. He wears many hats. He is multi-award winning. He is an incredible person. He's performed all over the world, all over South Africa, and he is in our studio this afternoon because he's part of the Jive Cape Town Funny Festival.
Brought to you by Turkish
Yes,
Airlines.
there we go. Listen, which one do you prefer out of all of those hats? And when last have you been in the classroom?
Oh, I haven't been in the classroom for a while, to be fair. I last taught kind of professionally in 2003, 2004, although occasionally I'll go back and do a little stint in the class or help out. I do a lot of kind of fundraising for schools because that's always kind of good. And a lot of my friends are still teachers. I don't teach. I mean, the restraining order is very specific about that. I can't be teaching. No, don't. Oh, please. Oh, come on. You know the truth.
Listen, what subject were you teaching?
Very little, I promise you. English, Afrikaans, and drama.
Okay.
At various points, at various schools. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
And the sort of age that you were teaching, was it high school?
High
juniors?
school, high
Okay,
school, kind of grade. What was then grade 8 to standard
Grade-
6, and then became grade 8 to
Yeah.
grade 10. Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you are arguably the best MC in the country.
Well, you're only saying that because you're reading what Eddie Kassar
Yes,
has
that's
written
right.
about me. And quite honestly, he's right. No, he's not. He's a sweet man and is easily bribed, to be honest.
Yeah.
I love the MC. I mean, I love doing that. Whenever I do comedy lineups, which isn't always as often as I would like to. More often than not, I'll do a solo show or, a kind of piece of theatre. But if I am going to do a comedy lineup, then I like to kind of control the evening. I think it speaks to my controlling nature a little bit.
All right.
Because then you can influence the evening a little bit and the rhythm of it. And, I think there is a kind of skill to bringing comics on and the energy level that you either leave or introduce a comic to.
Absolutely.
And this is the 12th edition of the Jive Funny Festival. I think it's a really good lineup this year. I mean, I'm sure they say that every year, but it is always fun to come to that first Monday and go with a little bit of nervousness, a little bit of trepidation, like what have we got lined up for this audience, and then go, this is fantastic. They're in for a good night. And I think they really are this year.
Well, we were there on Monday. We were broadcasting our show live, and we were hoping to catch you. Well, we caught some of the other comedians.
Yes, no, I deliberately avoided you.
Yeah, of course, yes. Because you knew that it was probably good. Then take us on the stage, please, Alan. Take us on the stage. So listen, is that your role? Because we haven't been to the show yet.
Haven't you?
We are going on the 21st. So next
right,
week,
I'm gonna put it in my diary. I'm putting it in my
when
diary
Drive is going to be there.
I
All
can't
of
wait.
us, the entire Drive team is going to be there.
I'm not sure I'll be there that night, but still, it'll be... No, I think that's going to be a really good night. We've had fun. We've had Thursday, four magnificent audiences, all very different. And yet that venue, I've not played the Baxter Theatre for the Funny Festival. The last time I did Funny Festival, which was 3 years ago, it was still doing the concert hall.
Okay.
And I'd forgotten what a great comedy venue it is. The laughter comes at you in really big kind of bundles. It's fun. And the crowd's been great. This is my first time back because Eddie Kassar and I had a huge falling out. He doesn't know that, but because I dislike him quite intensely, and I think it should be made public. And I think it's easier to deal with stuff, as you know, because you use your radio slot as a form of therapy. I know that you do. Don't you
get
tell
up
me
on
different.
my soapbox and preach.
Exactly. Come on. So I want to take this public opportunity just to apologise to Eddie for that thing that I did, and that, as the judge said, I have to be back now this year.
Okay.
And I'm so happy to be doing it for double the... Anyway, it doesn't matter.
Double the
I'm here
fee.
now, and that's what's important.
So why do you think Cape Town audiences come out in their droves, and what makes are Cape Town audiences special?
Of course they are.
Would you say?
Yeah, they are. We were talking about this. Mark Lottering and I were talking about this yesterday.
Great
There is
chap.
something. He's an amazing guy and a good friend and a superb, probably one of my favourite comedians.
Yeah.
We were saying that. I think Cape Town audiences are very discerning, so they will laugh when they choose to laugh. They laugh with everything, and
Yes.
it's fantastic. But don't bring them rubbish, because they'll also call you out on it. And that's
okay.
quite interesting. Sometimes you get away with stuff in other parts of the country that when you bring down to Cape Town, and then they go, to there, but no further. So I do think... It's always fun to kind of play to a Cape Town crowd. It's our hometown. I stay here, Mark stays here. It's nice to play to the hometown crowd. We've got a guy from PE, Gino Fabri, who's fantastic. He's just blown away by the nature of the crowds. He's having a great time. Next week, of course, 2 international acts join us in Kev Orkian, who's an old friend of the Funny Festival. I think he's superb. And then the Italian guy, whose name you say, oh, you can't remember, Alan. Of course I can remember, but I don't want to share it with you right now. So stuffy. His name is which is his Italian birth name. I don't know what you would say in English. I can't remember. Someone tell me.
Ennio
Marchetto. As they point me to the huge poster behind me, which has all the information. I look quite good on that poster.
Yeah,
I
you
never
do.
know.
You do.
Doesn't look anything like me. I don't know what. Oh, all right, calm down.
Like, who's this young
Do
chap?
traffic or something. Get on with the news.
I would just like to publicly lodge a objection and complaint as well,
Go
Mr.
on.
Allen Committie. You've outed yourself now.
What did I do?
You said I live in Cape Town, and I just need to tell you,
Yes.
it's unacceptable that you have not been in to my studio
But you know,
in 20 years of radio.
is that right?
Jody, she's pointing two fingers at it.
I saw that.
Listen,
Aggressive.
That's intense.
You know, when I was working at another radio station down the road, you would always come to my colleague. Never
Oh,
to
now
my studio.
was that? Oh, we're obviously not going to say the name of the.
No,
the,
it's not this one right next door. It's that other one on
No,
Beach Road.
yes, no, that's right. And I used to go to the other guy whose name, let's not,
Yes,
say his name,
Nigel.
who's lovely, by the way, Nigel. Really?
Now,
And
I
now-
know you guys are big mates.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
I always used to, there's that pang of, there he goes again. There he goes again past me. See, walking
But
briskly.
now there hasn't the weight because this is special.
Eh?
There's something here, and there's a
connection,
frison, which is a French word. It means frison, and I don't speak French. So stuff you. No, I think we're going to. The other thing to say about Cape Town audiences is that they're coming out. I think this brand is so strong. It's 12 years, and there's a reason. Eddie Kassafa, whatever you want to say about him, and believe me, I've got a list, and I'm going to read them out in a short while because there's a lot of unattractive qualities. But what he is good at is building a very successful, very clean, very family-friendly, and ultimately, what's most important, a very funny brand.
Absolutely.
And he brings out quality performers from all over the world, but most importantly from South Africa.
Yeah.
And they deliver consistently. 12 years in and out for 4 weeks, which is a number of performances, and the audiences, the foot traffic pays testimony to that.
Absolutely.
They keep coming back, and they come back in droves. And,
Absolutely.
It's fun to be associated with it. I think all the comics who have performed over the many years and are continuing to do so this year will say it's a pleasure to do it.
Well, we'd loved having you in today.
This has been fun. Will I get another chance to?
I really hope so.
'Cause I'd like to
Can
sing
you speak
extracts.
to Eddie? Will you speak nicely
I won't
to him?
speak to him directly, but through the conduit, I will sort things out. And next time, I'd like to sing extracts from Whitney Houston's back catalogue.
Oh, absolutely.
But in Hebrew, strangely
Oh,
enough. I
for
don't know if
sure.
that's appropriate, but I'd like to.
No problem. We can make that happen for you.
Thank
We
you.
can absolutely make that happen. Check Alan and the rest of the comedians. Fantastic bunch they are. They are out at the Jive Cape Town Funny Festival, delivered by Turkish Airlines. You can go grab your tickets at the Baxter. There's some bulk booking specials and all of the good stuff. We'll be there on the 21st. We can't wait. Thank you very much for
This
your
has been
time.
fun. This has been really fun. I'm going to go and sit in a car now for an hour and not leave probably this block here in the centre of town. So if you want to come and talk to me, I'll be downstairs.
That sounds like a bit of a challenge. We might just do
See
that.
you then. All right, I look forward to it.
Hot FM traffic.
Well, there's heavy traffic delays on the N1 outbound between Parow and the
this is your slot. This is your
just like Alan said.
Is this where you talk now? Sorry.
This is-
okay.
yeah, this is
so
my
now you
chance,
want
yeah.
So I can't
Yeah.
talk during
No.
your slot, but you could
Stand
talk during
by,
mine. Okay.
and then